Lights on. How to be seen by your clients in a saturated industry. Today, we're going to be talking about marketing and how to market yourself as a creative business owner, a freelancer, just a creative professional in general. And when I first started out and I was working at a creative agency in London, I remember thinking to myself how cool it would be to have an Instagram account where I shared my own work and shared some other stuff I was doing. But this stayed as a thought of mine for at least 2 years, maybe even 3 years of operation, because I had a lot of blockages and fears about what to post. Because, again, generally just quite a sensitive dude. I didn't like the idea of putting myself out there and showing off my stuff. I thought it was cringe, show offy, and just not really what I wanted to be doing. Until I realized that I was simply hiding my light from the world. I was hiding my talents. I had this idea in my head that I was the best kept secret that no one knew about. And, someone was going to come find me and give me an awesome job somewhere or whatever. And the reality is that's never going to happen. And the longer that you stay an unknown entity, someone who has talents and the ability to help people and to provide for the betterment of mankind or just your family, if you'd like to start there, that if you don't put yourself out there, if you don't market yourself, you don't talk about yourself, you don't promote yourself, who's going to do it for you? And it's been a long and arduous road of learning how to put myself out there, speak on camera, publish my work. But it has been, again, one of the most rewarding things that I've ventured on. Because the process of putting yourself out there, sharing your work, publishing your ideas is one of self-development. And the more you do it, the more you become resilient to putting yourself out of your comfort zone. Do not hide your light. Let it shine for all to see. What I would love to empower you to do through this video is how to implement a very simple content strategy for your creative business so you can go out there and start generating new leads for your business. You can start enjoying things like LinkedIn. You can enjoy things like YouTube, because these are things to be enjoyed. As a creator at heart, you can create from the core. You can create from your heart. And in the process of creating, you are living into your purpose. One awesome quote and one awesome thing I heard, I can't remember where this comes from, but it's endeavor to make art, not content. And when you think about the content that you produce as an artistic expression, you can start to really satisfy your inner artist and also satisfy your inner entrepreneur at the same time. And then when you are creating art across social media, you feel better for it. You feel more proud of your work, and you're not just falling into default patterns because there's some guru on LinkedIn telling you to do a carousel post or something like that. But what I've found to be the most beneficial content strategy for my creative business and also for my own personal brand is to be known for one core topic. So what is the thing that you want to be known for? What is the thing that if you are on your deathbed and someone said, man, this is what the world knows you for, this is what everyone knows you for, would you be happy to call this your one topic? Now, if you're anything like me, I'm quite multidimensional. I don't like pigeonholing myself into one thing. It's quite a daunting prospect. But when you understand having a core topic such as resilience or harmony or creativity or branding or whatever it is to you, it gives you a certain degree of freedom in the sense that you can use that to base and structure all of your content from. So for example, for me, what I want to be known for is harmony, to help people achieve harmony in their businesses between the inner artist and between the inner entrepreneur. Harmony is the word that I want to be known for and that I'm building my offers around and building my business around. It's how I'm showing up in the world. So what is your word? Discover that, think about it, ponder on it, journal on it, and see what you come up with. And once you have that core topic, you can then dive into generating pillars for your business. And generally, this can be anywhere between 3 to 4 pillars, but what I like to do here is break this up into things that I'm interested about. When I first started my business, I was a shy person. I didn't want to put my face on the product. I didn't want to have a personal brand. I just wanted to be the guy who created the cool work and had this awesome agency. So All I did was design a logo, designed a set of brand colors, and I ran an agency account on social media for as long as I can remember, without putting myself on the front cover, without being the face of the business. I was afraid to be the face of the business. And so what I see a lot of creatives doing is they hide behind logos and colors as opposed to embracing the idea of a personal brand. Now, this is quite a controversial subject because a lot of people don't think personal branding is a good thing, but I am an advocate for it. And ever since I've started to embrace building my own personal brand, I've seen a lot of positive changes in my life and my business and the relationships that I have. So you've got to understand that your brand is not your colors, your brand is not your logo, your brand is your reputation. And so when you understand that your brand is your reputation, you see branding slightly different. So your content is a reflection of your own personal brand and your own reputation. The cool thing about this is you can then recycle this process, all of your pillars throughout the same thing, all while maintaining a balance around the one core topic. For example, mine might be spirituality and business, creative entrepreneurship, spending time in nature, communication and boundaries. So you see how I'm creating 4 pillars there. Think about the things that relate and help people get to the core topic. How do they achieve that core topic? How do they move to a state of harmony in my case? What are the things that they need to implement? And what are things that I can talk on for days and just recycle constantly? Generally speaking, you want to talk about something that is related to your craft and related to your service. Now, we have a Notion document set up just for this, which you can download in the description of this video. But basically, if you go through there and you start filling out your core topic and you fill out exactly what your pillars are, I've then put together a ChatGPT prompt chain that will help you generate ideas quicker. Now, I really like using ChatGPT because it helps me just get speed. It helps me get to a first draft way quicker than I would have on my own. And once I have all of those pieces in front of me, I can place them around, tweak them, and make them better, refine them. Because the refinement process in using AI ChatGPT is the most important part of the process. That's when you can put your creative flair into it. But imagine, we don't have to stare at a blank page anymore. We can have the framework, we can have the structure built if we leverage things like ChatGPT. So dive into that, use that prompt list, use exactly the Notion document we set up there to come up with your own creative ideas. So we break it down into the following categories: thought leadership, client work, your art, and then behind the scenes. So this is a good balance to create a sense of harmony between the entrepreneurial self inside of you and the artistic self in you. Anytime I've gotten burnt out before, it's because I've stepped more into the entrepreneurial self and created content which was just business orientated and just forgot about the artist inside of myself. And anytime I've felt really fulfilled in social media is when I've had a good balance between the both of them. And the way that you can do this by creating content which is thought leadership based, teaching people about the thing that you know about and the thing that you are a specialist in will position you as a thought leader in the space. And this is where, if you can nail this on LinkedIn, you're going to have people reaching out to you automatically. Client work is sharing the finished product, sharing projects that you're working on, and also sharing client wins. And then your art, this is where you share your own passion projects. This is where you share beautiful shots, photography, sketches, just to show people that you're an artist and also to just express yourself. Be free in your expression. And this is a great outlet for it. Social media is a great outlet to express yourself creatively. I used to not want to share my art because I thought it would affect my business. But one thing a mentor told me was, what would happen if you actually worked on the passion projects you've been thinking about working on? How would that affect your business now? If you were to create the film that you want to create, if you were to create the painting you want to create, and you were to share that with the world, how might that affect your business? Now, I will just share from my own experiences when I've creatively expressed myself and worked on the passion projects I wanted to work on, it positively impacted my own business and my own agency. The mindset I used to have was, okay, I'm going to delay that project until I have time. And guess what? you're never going to have time. So stop delaying that passion project of yours, the thing that you want to do, and start committing some time daily to it. Because if you can do that, you're going to become a better entrepreneur, a better business person as a result, and it's going to help your marketing efforts massively. And then the fourth category is around behind the scenes content. So we want to share stuff when we're working on projects, we're showing our sketches, we're showing our process. This is a great way to get stories involved. And this just keeps people updated as to how you're working and why you're doing things you're doing. And now it's important for me to just quickly touch on this because a lot of people struggle with the idea of content creation and sharing. And you think, if you're anything like me, I used to cringe at the thought of promoting myself. But when you realize that the degree to which you can promote yourself and market yourself is directly related to your own self-worth and your own self-confidence, it allows you to work on that side of yourself so you can push through that barrier. You can get comfortable with the uncomfortable and learn that no one actually gives a shit in the end. And actually, the person who's judging you the most is generally yourself. And when you can get over this hump, you can start to feel more confident with the sharing of your processes, your ideas, and your content. My friend, you learn to unlock abundance of jobs and clients and people who want to work with you because they will be magnetized to you. It's the idea of magnetic marketing. So, my friend, download that document, plan out your content, and let your light be seen. Stop letting fear get in the way of marketing yourself. So I'll challenge you. Go ahead, create your social media content campaign using the prompts below, and I want you to share your message with the world. If you haven't watched the previous videos, I recommend diving into those, downloading the downloadable documents, and actioning some of the things we spoke about across this series. Because you've made it this far, I want to share something with you. It's called the Liberated Creative. Now, I've moved into this role where I've felt called to help other creatives get through some of the challenges that I moved through when I was earlier on in my career. We're still running and maintaining our agency service, and I've managed to unlock a whole lot of freedom, peace of mind, and harmony in my own business. And I want the same for you. If anything's resonated with you throughout this whole process, throughout these videos, if you're struggling with certain clients, if you're struggling to get new clients, if you're struggling with the sales process, if you're just feeling lonely and lost, because I felt so lonely and lost when I was going through this whole process. And I wish I just had a community of people I could speak to. If this sounds like something you'd be interested in, I recommend you book in with me your free liberation call. Now, on this call, it's going to be a short call. We're going to get to know each other. I'm going to ask you a few questions, and you're going to have the opportunity to ask me a few questions too. The Liberated Creative is a community of people who are joining together to move through the challenges of the creative industry and create a set of sovereign creatives, liberated creatives who can go out into the world and create what they want and to work with clients who fill them up with their passion. No more working in agency conditions, no more slaving away for clients who don't value you. That is my vision for the Liberated Creative. And if this interests you and if you'd like to learn more about what we have to offer and how we can help you, book in your free liberation call now. Make sure you follow on social media, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and hit me up if you ever want to get in touch. I look forward to seeing you on your free liberation call soon. All the best.